Welcome to episode number 36, 35 weeks of traversing through great business stories and juicing out marketing and communication tips from those stories. Courtesy this excellent man to my left. Sachin Bhandary from the Story Co. What's up, my friend?
All good. Good to be here in Mumbai, hot and humid Mumbai.
I'm in constant and air-conditioned environment, which is really chilly because of all the equipment. So, hence the jersey. I'm explaining that. Yeah. He's coming from out of the heat. Sachin, I know that you followed the Shark Tank show very, very closely, but you've picked out select episodes from Shark Tank. And this time it's season 2. And one of the stalwarts of our digital team is his middle name is Dorje. And you're going to talk about the word Dorje and how to open doors in business and life.
That is true. And Dorje from your team didn't know that there's a tea brand called Dorje. So
well, we know now. That's why you're here.
That's right. So this is about last season of Shark Tank, and there was a duo, two young folks who came to pitch for funds, and their brand is called Dorje. It's a tea brand from Darjeeling, and Sparsh Agarwal is the co-founder, and he was talking about the kind of challenges that tea plantation owners face, tea plantation workers face post-COVID especially, and was a very interesting pitch and something that all the sharks really got into, and they wanted to know more as to what can you do to revive the tea plantations. Not just that, he also took them on a journey. He spoke about how workers in tea plantations have their own gods, their own rituals, and so many different things. It's a different world out there, when you are in a tea plantation, and that's something that everybody enjoyed listening to. But as sharks started dissecting the business or understanding more about the business, they realized that there were some challenges, limited opportunity to scale, whether there was a big market out there for the kind of brand they were building or not. But despite that, the duo walked away with a deal. And that to me is an interesting thing, because more often than not, if you cannot prove that your business is scale worthy or it can go on to become really big, people don't get a deal on Shark Tank.
Yeah, so you're saying it's important to have the domain knowledge. For example, if you're a gamer, you should know about gaming, every aspect of gaming. If you are interested in constructing a business around Darjeeling tea, you must know about Darjeeling's gardens, Darjeeling's traditions, what makes the region special to grow that particular tea.
That is true.
And not only know that information, but also present it in a very simple, compelling manner.
Correct. And interestingly, Hrishi, I think someone like you is a great role model for this, right? Like, for instance, you're part of the radio industry. You understand all the parlance, you understand the business, you understand the numbers. But I'm sure that when you are speaking to your audience and you're conducting these shows, you are a storyteller for radio and for all the entertainment things that you dole out on the show. If you start speaking only in business terms and in number terms, I'm sure that your audience would drop down a little bit, right?
If the jargon is complicated, you lose people. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. So whether you are into gaming business or in the tea business, you can talk business, you can understand business, that's right. But you also need to understand the softer aspects of the business, which is interesting for others to hear, and that's exactly what Sparsh did on that show. So I say, and I tell my clients and everybody that I work with, it's good to be a geek about your business, but it's also important to marry that with good storytelling skills, and that's exactly what Sparsh did, and he was able to walk away with a deal despite the sharks having some amount of skepticism about whether the business will go on to become big or not. So storytelling does open doors, and if you learn storytelling, it is a skill that pays in many rich dividends.
Let's add on to that marketing and communication tip. What would be 3 elements of great storytelling? One, I know, would be preparation.
Yeah.
If you could add the other two.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So generally, when you are preparing for a conversation, preparing for a pitch, preparing for any high-stakes communication event, I say that you should follow the PPF model, or have that behavior, which is preparation, practice, and feedback. So prepare for it, go and share it with somebody who's not from the industry, get their feedback, enhance your pitch, and practice it till the time it becomes second nature. So a lot of people say, you know what, I want to go on stage and I don't want to look like I have rehearsed and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go on stage and speak out of my own memory. But what happens is that then you're trying to access memory, and when you're accessing memory, you are not in the flow. So the reason for preparation is not because you want to sound unnatural. In fact, preparation is what allows you to become unnatural, and that's why I tell my clients, especially CEOs and CXOs who are giving talks, is that get the preparation out of the way. So even if I wake you up in the night, you should be able to deliver the talk without having to rely on your memory.
PPF, preparation, practice, feedback. Sachin Bhandary is a storyteller. He also coaches CEOs, leadership, people in leadership. He does workshops for groups of people as well as solo people. And he writes this incredible newsletter called Win with Stories, available on LinkedIn. Where can people reach out to you, buddy?
It's simple. Look for Sachin Bhandary on LinkedIn. Sachin is easy. Bhandary is Bhandary. And on my profile, there's a link which says get in touch or stay in touch. If you click that, you can either go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter or also set up a call with me if any of your C-suite executives need help with communication or you want your organization or team to win with stories.
Lovely. And I'm going to see you next week, buddy. Cheers.
Look forward to it, Hrishi. Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1.